Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Moderately Anonymous MTG cEDH, the greatest cEDH channel in the multiverse. As always, this episode is brought to you by TCG Player. Hit that TCG Player affiliate link in the description to pick up any of the cards that you see in today's video. It's a great way to help out the channel. And thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. Become a patron, enjoy Patreon exclusive content, and give direct support to the channel. We've got another special collaboration episode this week. We're joined by Carlos and Ben from Kingdoms TV and Cyrus from Mental Misplay. Carlos and Ben were really great guests and I love their YouTube channel, so make sure you take a look in the show notes and go check them out, and of course our dear friends over at Mental Misplay. First we've got Carlos playing the Kodama and Sakashima list 2 trees from the Decklist database by JZMN. This is a proactive deck looking to cast both of its commanders and put permanents into play that draw more cards to create a nearly unstoppable value engine. Next up is Cyrus playing their own Tevesh Thrasios brew called Hulk Finds a Way. This is an adaptive mid-range deck packed with interaction using Protean Hulk as a finisher to find its combo pieces. Third up is Mod playing a variation of Deep's Thrasios and Krark deck High Life. This is a high tide deck using Krark as a method of increasing its storm count and spell payoff to outvalue opponents and win the game. And last in turn order is Ben playing Selvala Heart of the Wilds. This is another proactive deck looking to use Selvala to create huge amounts of mana and play massive threats until it can combo out the table. Remember, if you enjoy this video, it helps out a lot to click that like and subscribe button. It's one of the best ways to help support the channel and everyone is highly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into our game.
It's not great, but it's like keepable at 5.
It's called the greatest cEDH content in multiverse, not the best.
At least theoretically, cEDH games are short, so...
Mm-hmm, exactly. If you keep a bad hand, theoretically the game should just be over in half an hour.
Oh, I have to write this down because both of my...
Cyrus, for real, I sent you a camera all the way across the entire United States, so you didn't have to do this now. Anyone got a pregame action?
Nay.
Okay, sounds good. Good luck, have fun, everyone.
Alrighty, I will draw a card. Oh my goodness. This is the best possible card I could ever draw.
Uh-oh.
It's not even that, it's just made my hand seem like I'm smart and stuff. So, Rejuvenating Springs.
The YouTube viewers will know.
Yeah. And Mystic Remora. Play Jeweled Lotus. Chrome Mox with...
No.
We'll do Noxious Revival, exiled under the Chrome Mox, and then a Arbor Elf. I will pass the turn.
Morphic Pool pass.
Okay, Cyrus with the big counter magic. I like it. Let's play this Polluted Delta. I guess I can't really stop Carlos at this point in time. You can just win the game. I'll go ahead and get myself a Tropical Island, and I'll cast this Wild Growth upon it. And then I'll cast a Mox Amber.
Remora?
You may draw.
Oh my goodness.
Remora.
Yeah, I forgot about the Remora when I cast that Mox Amber. I'll tell you that much. I will pass the turn.
Draw for turn. The forest, I will pass.
Let's untap a 1, and then draw for turn. We'll do an Alchemist Refuge for land for turn.
I appreciate these nice foils.
Yeah.
They do look pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'll play Sylvan Library.
Wow.
Cyrus, you kept up a swan song for this, right?
I wish.
Nice, good by me. Fast priority. Ben got a big green counterspell.
Yeah, I don't actually. This is one of those quick games I was telling you about.
Okay. Nice, I'm learning right
Pass.
now.
Cyrus, attack it for 1.
I guess I'll just draw for turn. Bloodstained Mire, crack for a Bayou. And then Bayou, Morphic Pool, Thrasios. Thasios.
Draw. I really wanted that to be a mana source. So I will also Thrasios and Pasios.
Off turn. And I'll play Castle of Garenberg, which comes in untapped. A Mox Diamond.
Mystic Remora.
Oh, sorry, man. I mean, not sorry to everybody else, not to you.
It's like, no, he likes that.
Yeah. And then I'll discard a forest. Tapping 3 green and attempt to cast for Selvala.
Super good by me.
With that, I will pass.
Untap. Upkeep. I'll pay for it. Well, draw 1 and then draw 2. Take 8. From Yavimaya Cradle of Growth so that I can use this Arbor Elf. And
Now it's like a super Arbor Elf.
Totally, I guess.
I'm gonna pay 6 for Kodama. I'm done. Pass turn.
Untap, draw, Underground Sea, and big pass.
Carlos, how many cards in hand?
That is 6 cards.
Wow, must be
That's
nice.
a lot.
I mean, I'm losing 32 life. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I guess so. I think I'm on the throne, right? Me and Ben. So me and Ben are winning.
That's right.
I'm going to pay 3 mana, and Carlos, you may draw for a Ristic Study.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
No response.
Love to hear that. Cyrus, please don't counter that.
You're good.
Thank you. I'll pass the turn.
I will untap the Cavern of Souls, and I'm going to name Dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
Dinosaur? Oh,
whatever type
no.
of Wayward Sword Tooth is.
What?
Oh, Wayward Sword Tooth? Okay. I'm glad Cyrus
Yeah.
knows stuff.
Hunter's Pact.
You got 2 triggers with that.
So yeah, do you want to
one
pay
and
1
then
for
4?
Ristic Study?
No.
Do you want to pay 4 then?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I'll pay the 4. No, just kidding. Definitely not paying the
You gotta save that mana for the 4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carlos
Resolve.
got too many cards already. Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm going to search for a Wayward for 3, and I will play the Sword Tooth.
And that's a Ristic trigger?
And I will not pay a forest here, and I'm going to Crop Growth.
Ristic and Mystic trigger, and we'll both draw.
Go ahead.
Oh boy, no response.
Come
No
on.
response.
Jeez.
I know, not happy.
I wish I got to draw 50 million cards.
They don't do anything, though.
Here's
I
the,
drew a
here's
red
the,
source, so I'm pretty hyped.
here's Cradle. I tap 2, and I will use 1 of that to tap Selvala, so I'll have the 5 mana here, so I'll go up to 6, and then I will move to... Ooh. I will... do you mind if I untap?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Pass? Okay. So I will untap and pass, actually.
Oh yeah, especially if you're going to pass. That's awesome.
Yeah, alright, that's
My
it.
gosh, I thought it was over for sure.
100%. Yeah,
Yep.
if you're going to untap
Sure.
that shit and pass, I love it. I prefer if you tapped it and pass, but it's fine too.
Okay. All right, untap.
Shit.
Let's let this Remora go.
Yes, Cyrus.
So upkeep, end of upkeep after the Remora is not paid for, I will Slaughter Pact, pay the 1 on
Hey, the
Kodama.
1.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, we lived.
I know, this is the turn who lived.
Yeah. Now Sylvan Library. Everyone always tells me to take the 8, and so it always feels bad, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Phantasmal Image.
Okay. I'll pass priority on that, except there's a Ristic Study trigger, so I won't pass priority on that trigger.
I'll give you a card. I think I'm a Sword Tooth. Yeah, it's
I
weird,
think Selvala probably presents more value, though, doesn't it? I don't know. I guess I don't know.
but- Yeah, just then it becomes a target. Yeah, but maybe I shouldn't worry about that.
I mean, not more than Ben's is.
It's true. Yeah.
The Slaughter Pact on not Selvala might just be the biggest king making of all time, but we'll see.
I hope so. I'm in on that. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Sword Tooth, and then so I'm gonna then play Tireless Provisioner.
Okay, trigger the Ristic Study.
Yeah, no, I don't have the mana anymore.
Hooray!
Okay, I'll then play my forest, get a treasure, another forest, get a treasure.
Tell you what, this definitely makes the Sword Tooth seems like a really good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play birds,
Trigger the
and I
Ristic?
think I pay this time.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'll pay. Pass the turn.
Alright, end of turn, I'm going to Vampiric Tutor, paying the Ristic. Well, I pay for the Slaughter Pact, and thus I do not lose.
Overrated.
I know, I should have just lost. It would have been easier. I'll pass the turn.
All right, let's play a Volcanic Island. Pay 1 for an Exploration. Extra land for turn is going to be a Mana Confluence. Make a green and a blue here. Leave the blue floating. I'd like to cast a Tinder Wall. I will sacrifice this Tinder Wall for 2 red mana and cast Krark. Got 1 blue floating. Add 1 more blue to the mix. I'd like to cast a Snap targeting the Selvala, and that will trigger Krark.
I'm going to use 1 green to tap Selvala for another 5. I'm going to go ahead and cast Guardian Augmenter.
Oh, shit. Yo, I was not f***ing prepared for that. Okay. that will land. Am I okay to resolve the Krark trigger?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll roll the 6-sided die. If it is odds, it'll go back to my hand. If it's evens, I'll make a copy and I can pick new targets for the copy. We've got 6 here. New copy is going to be the Tireless Provisioner, I guess. I'll untap 2 lands. The other one, Big Fizzles. Holy cow. Red into this mana confluence, and I'll go down to 39. 2 red mana. I'll spend it on Harmonic Prodigy. Add a blue and a green here. I'm going to cast a Merchant Scroll, and that'll trigger Krark twice. First trigger, we got an odds, so it'll go back to hand. And first trigger, we have got odds, so it'll go back to hand. And that sucks. I'll cast a Mog Salvage because I control Mountain and Cyrus controls an island. That'll trigger Krark and Harmonic Prodigy. And I'm going to target the Mox Diamond to destroy it. I'll roll for Krark. That's 1 copy, and another roll. We have got a 5, so that puts it back to hand. So the copy I'll point at... No, I think I'm going to do one of your treasures since they tap for either. Unfortunately, I cannot unking make the game, and I will pass the turn. Was not prepared for Guardian Augmenter.
So, actually, I have to pay for my Summoner's Time.
Oh, thank God, I forgot all about it.
Hope.
I'll tap for 3 and 4.
Okay.
Draw for turn. Tap Selvala to add 5 mana. I'm going to cast Life's Legacy, targeting my Wayward Swordtooth.
That's really good. Trigger on the Ristic Study.
It doesn't target, right? Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't think so.
Okay, so then I get to draw cards equal to its power. So I'll draw 5 cards. Play a land for turn, Misty Forest. Throw Mox.
Trigger the Ristic.
Boy.
You can
Okay.
get rid of Oof.
Okay, I like that.
I'm going to cast a Kenrith's Transformation.
Whoa. Trigger the Ristic.
Oh, you can have it one last time. I'm cutting you off after this though.
We'll see
Heuristic
about
Study
that.
allowance. Okay, so I'm gonna enchant. Dude, I feel like I gotta get rid of the Krark actually.
Okay, great. I have a response to this. I would like to cast a Deflecting Swat and change the target of that ability to Selvala, and that'll trigger Krark and Harmonic Prodigy. Oh wait, no, I can't because it has hexproof. It has hexproof. I can't do that. I'll change the target to the Phantasmal Image, I guess.
Boop. Sack fast trigger. The Phantasmal Image does die, though, just from being a target, so...
Well, it hasn't been successfully targeted yet because this hasn't resolved. I did get a copy of it, I'm going to keep same targets and a 1, so it'll put it back in my hand.
Okay.
And I will get a draw card off that. I will pass the turn.
At your end step, Ben, let's try the Mog Salvage again, and I'll target the treasure. I'll trigger Krark and Harmonic Prodigy. We've got an odds to put it back in hand, and an odds puts it back in hand, and I'll cast it again, same targets. Got odds put it back in hand, and evens will copy it. So I'll target the Chrome Mox with the copy, and I'll put the Mog Salvage back in hand.
Do you only hit the Chrome Mox then?
Oh wait, no, you're right.
One put back into your
Yeah, one of
hands.
them didn't resolve. So we'll just do it again.
Yeah.
Evens copies, so that's going to be last one. So yeah, I'll get Ben's Chrome Mox, I'll get Carlos's Chrome Mox, and I'll get Carlos's treasure.
On the end of my turn, I'm just gonna go ahead and crack this Misty.
Yep.
Search for a basic forest and I'll pass.
Okay, look at the top 3. I'll take a AC, Tyrant, Gyre Straight.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's good. Ristic Study?
Yeah, I won't pay with this one.
You get a Selvala draw on that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
actually.
Okay, I'll play a Breeding Pool and take 2. I'm literally gonna kill myself, so you guys don't have to worry about anything. I draw a card from AC. Play Homeward Path, the second land, and draw a card. That's right. I will play Expedition Map, and you can draw, I believe. Yeah, I'm just going to have to discard 2 cards. Trinket Mage, Mystic Sanctuary.
Untap. We're going to play Mana Crypt.
Trigger?
Yeah, you can draw. Tevesh.
Trigger again?
Yep, go for it. And I'm going to tick up to make a couple Thrall tokens. I'm going to pass after that.
I will untap. Draw for turn. The first land for turn is going to be a Prismatic Vista. Second land for turn is going to be a Windswept Teeth. So I'm just going to shortcut, go down 4 life. Ultimately, I'll get myself an island and a Breeding Pool untapped. I will exile a Simian Spirit Guide from my hand to add a red mana. Tap this Mox Amber here. I'm going to cast a Merchant Scroll, use this red mana, and trigger Krark and Harmonic Prodigy. Roll for Krark. Got 5 return to hand, and Harmonic Prodigy got 1 return to hand. That is unfortunate. All right, let's do that one more time. I'll pay 2 mana once more for a Merchant Scroll. Trigger the lads. Copy. And we've got a copy. Great. We've got 3 copies of Merchant Scroll.
3 Merchant Scrolls.
It's a blue instant. One of them is going to be High Tide.
Oh my.
One of them is going to be Frantic Search.
No.
I think it's going to be Mystical Tutor. All coming to hand. Let's put a High Tide onto the stack.
Do you want to remove the Merchant Scroll from the stack? Or is that a permanent?
I love Merchant Scroll. How many times do you get to cast Merchant Scroll and High Tide? This is legit. This is just straight up Legacy High Tide with extra colors now. So High Tide, I'll roll for. We have got put back to hand and put back to hand. I gotta cast it again.
Here we go. Double.
Got a copy.
Oh.
And put it back to hand. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh. It was exactly what they wanted.
So Island's now tapped for 2 mana. All right, so let's add 3 here. And I think I just got to try to win because I think Selvala is about to win. Let's cast a Frantic Search.
Especially with all of us in big ol' F6 mode.
Got a copy and a put back to hand.
Stupid thumbless Krark.
Draw 1 and 2 and pitch Gemstone Caverns and Taiga. And I'll untap 1, 2, and 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll cast it again and trigger these 2.
Like, Cyrus, there's nothing you can do with a deflecting SWAT, right? Like,
No.
when you put all the copies on the stack, can you then interact with them? Like, at that point, counter them? So, like, we find out how many copies it gets, then you can counter spells.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get rid of this spell, the best time to do it is when I put these triggers onto the stack.
Once the return to hand trigger is on there, you want to respond to that by getting rid of the spell.
So after he's rolled.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because once it's decided that it's going back to my hand, it's happening. That's resolving the trigger. If you counter it, it'll go to the graveyard. If it'll try to return it to my hand and there's nothing on the stack to return.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, that's right. You want to respond to when the Krark triggers go on the stack before they resolve.
I'm casting Frantic Search, and then that triggers the Krark and the Harmonic Prodigy, and this is the time where you want to try to interact.
Well, it doesn't matter. You still have deflecting SWAT, so it doesn't.
I love to hear this.
Unless somebody else can also do
Deflecting
something.
SWAT actually in this situation.
I can't get through it.
Yeah, you need at least 2 pieces of interaction. I don't have anything.
So we rolled a 2 for the first one, and
was a
then
little
copies.
too scared with my Slaughter Pact.
And then second is a 6, so we're going to copy it twice.
I think you needed a Slaughter Pact. I think I could have won, but
Okay, that feels better.
1/2 will pitch Land Grant and Brainstorm, and I'll untap 3. The second copy's on the stack. I'll tap these 3 again. Add 2. The second copy's going to go. Draw. Discard Island Forest. Untap, and final copy is on the stack. Do these again. We'll add and go up to 8, 4, and 3.
This reminds me so much of playing Early Harvest in Standard back in the OG Kamigawa days. Really bringing me back.
yeah, Merchant Scroll with High Tide is good magic.
Merchant Scroll with 2 extra copies on the stack is pretty sweet.
We're going to use 4 blue mana to cast an Aetherflux Reservoir.
Have you kept track of Storm by chance?
I've cast Frantic Search once. I cast Merchant Scroll twice. I cast High Tide twice.
Gotcha.
Go down 1 minute here. We'll cast the High Tide again, and I'll roll for Krark, and that's an Aetherflux trigger for 7. We got 5 return to hand and a 5 return to hand.
You gain 7 though.
Up to 42. Okay, so let's spend 2 mana and play out Krark's Thumb. That'll be my 8th spell, and I'll go up to 50.
I'm gonna try and snap Krark.
The trigger on Ristic. Is that a draw?
Yeah.
I will spend 1 mana on Veil of Summer. That is number 9 for me. Trigger to gain 9 life. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then Krark and Prodigy triggers. Got Return to Hand and a copy. So that's Veil of Summer. Draw a card there. Krark's Thumb lands now.
The Veil goes back to hand too, because you got 1 of each.
You are correct. If I can do this, I'll spend a red on a deflecting SWAT. Trigger the Aetherflux with storm count of 10, and I'll hold priority. Oh, I'm targeting the Harmonic Prodigy, and then I'll deflecting SWAT it and trigger again. Roll for these fellas. Odds puts it back in hand, and copies. We'll pick the return to hand there. Copy and copy. We'll pick the copy. So it'll return to hand. I'll cast again. Trigger for 12. Return to hand. So we'll pick that. Trigger for this one. Turn of hand, so we'll pick that. I'll gain 23 life.
This is a.
It's
If you want to play it out,
It's
please
pretty
play it out.
deterministic. I don't know if people want to. I won't make you scoop.
Yeah, I see how this is going. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the idea. So I'm going to continue to deflecting swat this Pyroblast over and over again.
Yeah, I
nearly
did.
perfect odds. Not perfect, but you only need a few more triggers relief to win off the Aetherflex anyway.
Well, do it one more time. Get to 100. Yeah.
Got it.
I'm good to call it there.
Yeah, you squeaked by, dude.
All right. I know it. What were you about to tap and do?
No, nothing, man. Nothing.
For real? Oh, I thought you were big going for it.
Let's.
Yeah, all I needed is this food chain just allows me to for sure get both Kodama and Sakashima out. And then with the Provisioner, you can draw my deck and kill everybody.
That's super cool. Congratulations to Mod on their win. These games were recorded a few weeks ago when I was still newer to playing the deck, but misplays and forgotten frantic searches aside, we got to see a lot of the strength of this deck in this game. Thrasios and Krark tends to need a couple turns to set up, and the stumble that I had in the beginning of this game missing my land drops was really detrimental, but luckily the other players were very calculated in their plays. Ben respected the Mr. Kimura not casting Mox Diamond until turn 2, and Cyrus very appropriately used their Slaughter Pact on Kodama when Carlos was about to win, and that was all the time that Krark needed to get set up. Thrasios and Krark is a real live and die by the sword kind of deck to pilot, and it takes a lot of losses to decks with less inherent variance, but games like these where you get to push everything to the limit really make it worth it. Losing all those flips in my final turn, putting me down to my very last 3 mana for a frantic search that I needed to resolve in order to not just lose to Carlos, just makes it so much more exciting to play, but definitely not for the faint of heart. Big thank you to all of our guests for joining us today. Go check out the description under this video to find links to all of their work. If you love this channel, you're definitely going to enjoy theirs. And remember, if you like this video, one of the best ways to help support is by leaving a comment and hitting that like and subscribe button. It's incredibly helpful and everyone is highly appreciated. If you want to support the channel more directly, become a patron to catch episodes early and unlock exclusive bonus content. One final thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. And thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, everyone.